Coffee with Keto Simple. My name is Dustin. I'm so glad you're here. This stream will be starting soon, so grab your coffee, get comfortable, and settle in. We're building a strong and supportive community, so say hello in the chat, ask questions, and feel free to use super chats if there's anything that you want to see highlighted. Thank you for being here and being a part of this journey. Let's keep it positive and respectful as we connect and grow together. I can't wait to get started. Good morning, everybody. Happy flippin' Sunday, July the 5th. We blew up some stuff last night. The 4th of July, everybody. America's 250th birthday, everybody. What a crazy thing to think about. America celebrating 250 years. The fireworks, the cookouts, family and friends. Oh my goodness, and we're already into the first week of July. Summer is officially in full scorch mode here in Indiana. It's been in the mid-90s all week. We had no real ramp to this heat. We went from the 60s straight to the 90s. What's even happening? But I hope everyone had a wonderful and safe 4th of July. I love this time of year. Sort of. Like I get overwhelmed and I get irritated and I want to go inside because the bugs and the loud and the fireworks. And I'm not a kid anymore. And I just, it's just one of those things, right? I love cookouts, but we didn't cook out. I just made some easy food in the air fryer because I'm lazy. But our family was together. And, there's just something special about stopping for a moment, recognizing how much history, struggle, progress, disagreement, sacrifice, and change can fit into 250 years. And, I just want to also talk about some things about what I've talked about last week and Tuesday and all these things, and trying to cut back on the amount of diet soda that I drink in a day, or drink at all, really. I mean, I drink way too much. And I mean, maybe just as importantly for me, the amount I keep in the house. I had actually done it. I had successfully gotten rid of my soda. There wasn't an emergency 2-liter hiding in the eggs. I mean, we had reached the point where it was gone. It was gone, right? Gone, all of it. And then the kids come home from the store. And they came home with 2 12-packs of Coke Zero for me. Now, I could frame that as temptation. I could frame it as sabotage. Could act like the universe was testing me. But that wouldn't be fair at all, right? They were just being nice. They were thinking about me. They know I like Coke Zero. They bought like 4 or 5 cases, full cases. There's like 6 or 8 12-packs of Diet Coke downstairs. So, I mean, again, they knew I like Coke Zero, so they saw it and they bought it. They thought, they brought it home because they care about me. And here's the part where I have to take some responsibility in that. I never told them that I was cutting back on the amount of soda that I'm drinking. I talked about it with you, talked about it with Chandra, but I didn't mention to the kids. I mean, when it comes to the kids and this lifestyle, they don't listen. And they're not ready to listen. They're not ready to hear what I have to say. They've heard my spiel. They've heard my pleas. They've heard it all before, but they're not ready to take it to heart yet. I didn't tell them that I had stopped, was trying to do better. I didn't tell them any of that, right? And let's be real, I don't talk to the kids really about it, every little health decision I make, because, again, half the time I'm convinced they're not listening anyway. Again, they're children. I mean, they're in their mid to late 20s. One of our children is in their early 20s. But they can't know what I don't tell them. They can't support a change they don't know I'm trying to make. So I think there's a bigger lesson in that, because sometimes we become frustrated that the people around us aren't supporting our goals, while we never stop to ask whether they have clearly, we have never stopped to ask if we've clearly even communicated what those goals actually are. And I mean, and really, if we were talking honestly, right, I didn't have the strictest week with food anyway. They went to Wally's, this new super gas station, kind of like a Buc-ee's, right? I don't even know how many there are right now. I think there's like 3 total. And with the only one in Indiana, I think there's one in Illinois and maybe one in like Missouri or Iowa or something like that. I don't know for sure. But we have one. It's about 20-minute drive north of us. Oh, and they brought back like the Wally's flavored potato chip, these different potato chips. They brought back like these pork sandwiches, and they had the smash burgers, the pizza. They went and bought all of it. I just had a bite or two of little bits and pieces here and there. And I mean, they made some roasted potatoes, and I had some of those. And I'm sure I had some ice cream this week somewhere along the way. I don't log every bite of food I eat. I'm not going to sit here and reconstruct the week like we're investigating a crime scene, right? That's not how I live. It's not sustainable for me. Most days I keep things incredibly simple. Burger patties, scrambled eggs, maybe hot dogs, maybe some sausages, whatever sounds good and creates the least amount of cleanup for me. They make enough mess that I don't need to make any more. And I'm not interested in pretending that I had a perfect week. That's not what we're here for. We're here for honesty, transparency. Because this is real life. I am a real person. I'm living this lifestyle. This is me living a real life. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm not trying to make you think I'm something that I'm not. Because it's not fair. And what does it do? How does that help you? How does that help you? How does that build trust between us? How does that build a community? How does that build something if I am not telling you exactly how I live in a real, meaningful, impactful way? Because again, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here to be something. Yeah, I have products that I'm involved with. But I don't tell you you need them. Never will I tell you that you need them. If you want them and you're going to buy them anyway, I have a discount code. That's how it goes. But I'm here to live my life transparent as best as I can. There's things I don't tell you. There's things that you guys don't need to know about my personal life. But I am very much an open book, and there's pretty much not very much you don't know about me. But I'm also, along with that, not interested in turning a few potatoes and some ice cream into a personal crisis. I'm not going to throw everything away because of it. I'm going to get up today and I'm going to have my coffee, have some more burger, maybe some eggs. Got some relaxing to do today. I need to watch this week's episode of the Dutton Ranch. I need to watch Heat. My friends are talking about Heat on Tuesday night. I'm going to join them for that. We're going to talk about Heat. Haven't seen that movie in a very long time, and I'm excited about that. But again, back on topic, I mean, as far as the transparency, the community, telling you who I am and showing you what life I lead is what this channel is here for. And that's really what we'll talk about today. Real life keeps happening while we're trying to improve our health. Birthdays happen, holidays happen, kids bring home Coke Zero because they love you. Somebody makes potatoes, ice cream finds its way into the story. The question isn't whether we can create a perfectly controlled life where nothing unexpected ever happens. The question is whether we can build something strong enough, simple enough, and flexible enough to continue living. Because I am an imperfect person. And I am here to try to be the most consistent I can. I try to shoot for consistency because perfection is something that I will never find. But consistency, I can do that. 95%, 96%, 97%, 98% consistent. Some of the worst times in this 10-year journey has been probably 85% consistent. And we look back at where I came from, and that is still monumental success. So I'm still here, still trying to cut back on soda. I'm still eating my burger patties and my eggs, and I'm building a coaching business, and I'm still trying to make content, and I'm still spending time with my family, and I'm here with all of you. So grab your coffee, raise it up high so I can see it. Friends, let's talk about real life, real consistency, and why an imperfect week doesn't erase the direction that we are heading. The sky is not falling. We are still doing the damn thing. We're having a good time, and we're making huge strides in our lives, right? So let's take a moment, have this first sip of coffee with you guys. Coffee is so delicious, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. Hello, friends. How are all of you doing today? Brian is here. Mr. Brian Dish is here. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy 5th of July. And our good friend, Evelyn, the sweetest person that I think I've ever met in my entire life, is here. Hello, Evelyn. Welcome, my friend. Speaking of Evelyn, she reached out to me yesterday and she was asking me, Dustin, are we going to be doing the meetup in Indiana on August the 8th? I am planning a meetup August the 8th at Buffalo Wild Wings here, in Avon, Indiana. The reason Avon, Indiana, I do not live in Avon, Indiana, but it's not far from me. I do need to call them because they do have a back room that is private. I figure maybe 30 people, 35 people can fit in there comfortably. Maybe up to 40. I mean, if we have spillover into the restaurant, it's not the end of the world. But I'm looking to go at noon Eastern time, August the 8th. I need to call them tomorrow. Confirm that they will hold it for us. I'll say between 20 and 30 people, maybe. I don't know if that many people will show up. Hopefully they don't get upset with me. But I'll do my best to fill that place. We'll have some good time. We'll have some wings. And I will call them, and I will hang out with some of you wonderful people because, again, we're not doing a Friendsgiving this year. There's too much for me going on in October and that time frame anyway. 2 kids getting married. Hopefully KPL happens. Hopefully, I think we're supposed to be going to Alabama. I might try and do an Alabama meetup. Maybe a couple of hours, real short, brief Alabama meetup somewhere between Alabama, Gulf Shores, and Pensacola. I don't know how many people are in that area who might be willing to meet up and if there's even a spot where we can meet up. That's an affordable spot. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of going to be the off season a little bit. It's going to be spring break time for our school district. And the last time we were down there, we did run into other people from our district. So, yeah. Mr. Gugahan is here. Hello, my friend. How are you, Mr. Gugahan? Good to see you. Evelyn says, come on in. I hope we make you feel welcome. If you have any questions, concerns, put question or QQQ in front of it so it's easier for me to see. I will try and look and see what I can find, and I will star them so I can catch them. I'm always behind in the chat, so if you say something I haven't gotten to it in a while, just hang out. I'm not too speedy on the chat. We're here to hang out and relax. I'm not here to keep up perfectly because that's just not the way this channel operates. But we'll get to you. We'll get to you. And if I miss you, it's not on purpose. I promise. I'm just blind sometimes. You should see how thick these glasses are. Donna Ray is here. Hello, Donna Ray. I'm glad to see you, my dear. How are you? Miss Bacon Runner's in the house. She's saying that she had a very good morning, Evelyn. How are you? She's saying she's already been out for a run. I ran to breakfast. If you ever see me running, follow. I'm running from something bad, okay? All right? So if you ever see me running, come with me. I'm not running for no reason, okay? Isabel is here. Good morning, Isabel. How are you, dear? Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Mr. John is here. Smoothie John is here. Hello, my friend. Good Sunday morning, Dustin. Hello. Hi. How are you? I'm glad to see all you wonderful, beautiful faces. Hello, Mr. S.D. Bradley. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome. Glad that you could join us, my friend. Andy says, morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a great 4th. Mine was snuggles with the grandkids and family, hot dogs, hamburgers, made at Keto. So it was awesome. I love it. I love baby snuggles. We had baby snuggles yesterday. Ugh, I love her. I love the baby slobber. I love it. I love it. I love it. She is the absolute best. 100%. Both of my grandkids. Both of them. Yes, indeed. And Mr. Papa Carnivore's in the house. Hello, Pete. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome. Glad you could join us. Retired Rick Carnivore 69 is in the house. Hello, Rick. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Sharon is here. Hello, Sharon. Welcome, Sharon. So glad to see you. Glad that you could join us today as well. I hope you're having a fine, fine morning. Josephine is here all the way from the land down under. It's probably late o'clock at her house. Late, she's probably sleepy, getting ready for bed. On the other side of the planet where it's winter time and it's summertime here. But I'm glad that you are here, my dear. Welcome. Thank you so very much for being here with us. It really means the world to me. It really does. And Angie, too. Thank you, Angie. Thank you for joining us. Good morning. Mr. Biscuit is here. Hello, Mr. Biscuit. I was talking about you to my friend the other night. Because we were talking about music and we were hanging out. It was my friend's birthday and we were hanging out and talking about like the New York scene and how We don't know really who you are, but, you knew all this stuff and you were in the scene and it was awesome and it's great to know you. So I don't know what that really means, but I brought up Mr. Biscuit to my friend. Jen is here. Jabber Jen is here. Hello, my dear. How are you? Welcome. So very glad to see you this morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great night last night. And Rebecca is here. Good morning, Rebecca. So very glad to see you. I do believe you were spending maybe, I don't know for sure, but I think maybe this may have been your first 4th of July in the United States. Please tell me, what did you think about it? If it's your first one, let us know. But I also want to know what you thought about it. Very important. Inquiring minds want to know. Rick says, good morning, Dustin and everybody. Too many to mention. I understand. And Christy is here. Good morning, Christy. How are you? I'm going to guess for the 4th of July, you had a beautiful picanha. I hope you had some. I just had some burger. I had like 2 pounds of burger. Almost 2 pounds. Shared a little bit with the pupper dogs. You know how we do. Andy says, my dad's birthday is today. He passed in 2012. He would be 82 today. Well, happy birthday to Andy's dad. My mom passed away a year later in 2013. Oh, my goodness. She would have been, let's see. She was 59 in 2013, so that was like 13 years ago. So like 12, she would have been, 72 years old now? Whew. And that's crazy to think about. That's just crazy to think about. Mr. Biscuit says, I remember the 200th. They had the flotilla and the tall ships in New York Harbor. It was lit. And was at 1976. Makes me think of Dazed and Confused, because there was the beginning of the movie, they're talking about it's the summer of 76, the bicentennial. Mr. Pete's talking about the fact that he celebrated the 4th of July, America's 250th birthday, with a big New York strip seared in tallow in my vintage cast iron skillet topped with Malden smoked sea salt flakes and a side of cold butter. Sounds amazing. Sounds delicious. I hope you enjoyed that as much as it sounds delicious. And Mr. Jeffatha is in the house. Good morning. Yesterday's cookout was a ribeye. All right. Chandra took a ribeye for lunch today. I cooked it last night, cut it up, put it in her lunch bag. She'll have that today. She's working today. She may pick up tomorrow. She was off yesterday because it was not her holiday to work. And the holiday fell on a Saturday, so she had the day off. Christy says, we cooked out over the fire pit last night. It was nice hanging out with the family around the fire. The cat was very upset that she wasn't out there with us. I understand. Our cat was not thrilled with all the fireworks last night, so hid very, very deep in the garage. And Donna Ray says, it was cool enough to run today. That sounds amazing. It's 70 degrees here. Wind is 0 at 7:57 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Everyone's still saying hello to everybody. Jebberjen says, yeah, I drink tea and water. I like T2. T2 was a great movie. Judgment Day. Oh, my goodness. Delicious. Mr. Christian Delorme is in the house. Bonjour, Mr. Christian Delorme. Hello, everybody from Quebec. I'm not going to try Le Cotier, Quebec. I'm not good at that. If I heard you say it, it would be something that I would probably be able to mimic. But yeah, I'm going to do the best that I can, right? Josephine says, yes, I nearly forgot Dustin going live. OMG, the thumbs up, LOLs, LOLs. Well, I'm glad that you didn't forget and only almost forgot, because almost forgetting means you still remembered. And that's awesome that you still remembered. A. Mason's in the house. Good morning, A. Mason. Oh. Mr. Pete, Mr. Papa Carnivore says to Andy, that's so sweet that you're remembering your dad. My dad would have been 100 on August 3rd. He passed 10 years ago, but I miss him every day. So does my mom and sis and brother. Yeah, they leave us, but they don't ever really, truly leave us. Like, I think about my mom all the time. I think about my grandmother all the time. My grandfather who passed in 1983. Like, I remember all of these people that were in my life. That's what we do. Ivy is in the house. Good morning, dear. How are you? Morning, everyone. Glad to see you. Very, very glad to see you. Mr. Papa Carnivore, Mr. Pete says, oh, wow, Christy, I love brats. I love brats, too, but not brats. I just bought the waffle maker that Mitch used in his hot dog video to make chaffles as buns using eggs and cheese. I got same one, but make squares because circle waffles. I have the square one, and I do have, if you don't want to use cheese, I have a recipe for dairy-free waffles that are 3 simple ingredients. Just eggs, mayonnaise, and beef gelatin. Pretty easy, pretty simple. And yeah, they come out fantastic, and they hold up, and they refrigerate well, and you can warm them up in the air fryer or whatever you want to do. They are delicious. You don't have to trust me. Andy will tell you. She loves them. Aaron says, so weird. I clicked on the notification that popped up on my phone for this. It said I had to wait 10 minutes because I'm not subscribed. I am subscribed. That's how I got notified. Well, I think sometimes YouTube gets it wrong. It doesn't realize that you're subscribed until you're actually in here. Woke up this morning and I'm at 11,100 subscribers. 11.1 thousand subscribers. How insane is that? It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Now, one thing that I will talk about is Evelyn has put the recipe in the description, the link for the recipe in the description. I need to go back in and revamp, maybe make another video about it or something, because I have been slowly tweaking the recipe for myself. And I have started using 3 eggs, 100 grams of mayonnaise, and 15 grams of gelatin. Now, what I do is I incorporate the eggs and the mayonnaise into the container, and I use the immersion blender that I have, but the whisk attachment that I had that came with it, and I whisk those up, and as I'm whisking them and they've become a nice cohesive mixture, then I dump in the gelatin, mix it really good, and I let it sit while the waffle iron is heating up. And then what I do is I pour that amount into, so that's just one batch. one batch of 4 waffles, and I put that in my waffle iron, and I let it sit because it takes 9 minutes. I've also upped it up to 9 minutes. I don't go by the little lights. I set a timer on my stove for 9 minutes. And while that's going, I mix up the next batch. So as soon as I pull that waffle off, I can then pour the other one. And the batter's so thick, the batter thickens up so very well. And they become so, like, it's crazy how bread-like they become. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. They're amazing. Mr. Tuber Chat, Mr. Kevin is here. Hello, Kevin. How you doing, my friend? So very glad to see you. If you are at all interested in having your own channel and you want to join a live stream about every 2 to 3 days, Kevin does a live stream where you can share tips and tricks, and they talk about things, and there's people in there will help you do things like watch your content, playlist swaps, so you can get your watch hours and things like that. It's pretty awesome. Great little community. I like to go in, and I like to talk about things that I've learned. Like there's a new video that I need to watch from YouTube today about some music used in shorts and things that I want to kind of see what they're doing now, because YouTube is ever changing. So if that's something that you're interested in, go over, subscribe to Mr. Kevin at Tuber Chat, say hello, say Keto Simple Cincha, and join the fun. Join the party. It's a great little fun thing going on over there. And Pete says he's going to make hot dogs and Italian sausages using the waffle maker to make truffle buns and add mustard. That sounds amazing. I love it. I love it. And everyone's saying hello to Tuber Chat, Mr. Kevin. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Angie says, I had to switch out the Coke Zero to water, to sparkling water and water with lemon. I was too addicted to it. I understand. And it kept me from losing weight, I think. It made me gain weight. I think me too. And I do miss zero sugar coffee creamer. I understand that too. I don't like sweet coffee, but I understand. I understand the idea that something that you like, that you have to say goodbye to, is always very difficult. Now, for me, the problem is not so much that I wasn't just having like a can of Coke Zero a day. I was drinking 2 liters. Like, I think I have an empty one right here. I was drinking these. Let me see here. Oh, if I can reach it. I was drinking the Sam's Zero Sugar. Sam's Zero Sugar. Because they're $1. And I've got another brand down here for you guys to take a look at. Hold on. And then I've also was drinking these too. RC Cola. Zero sugar. They taste phenomenal. They both taste so good. So good. But I was drinking like sometimes a 2 liter a day. That's not sustainable. And I have to be good. I haven't been drinking nearly that much. I've been very good. I've been very, very restricted in how much Coke Zero I've had. The other night I had a little bit. I got some from Costco. Oh, yeah. So one thing I want to talk about is our middle child. He and his fiance on Monday closed on their first house. In this economy, I know, right? But they closed on their first house. It's a condo. It's like between 12 and 1,500 square feet. I'm not quite sure. It's basically like a master bedroom with a master bathroom. That's also like the main bathroom upstairs, and that's shared with, it's like a master bedroom or master bathroom is still shared with the little tiny bedroom that's off to the side, which is more like an office size. It's not really a bedroom size. It would be a very small, teeny tiny little bedroom. So it's like 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. There's a half bathroom downstairs through the kitchen. Little side yard, and they share like a wall with 2 different other units. 2-story. It's cute. They basically decided to buy, they bought the house and it came furnished from the lady who was leaving. I guess the lady that they bought it from had just got married and was moving in with her husband, and he had a big house, and they didn't need to bring any of her stuff, like her couch, all the wall hangings, all the tables, and everything. Crazy. So it's like when you walked into it, when you looked at it before they bought it, and then walked into it after they bought it, exactly the same. But that's what they wanted. They just wanted something turnkey, easy to deal with. And you can't really blame them, right? Mr. Brian Doyle is in the house. Good morning, gang, he says. Good morning, Brian. How are you? So very glad to see you. Very, very glad to see you. Well, aren't you just a little piece of joy there, aren't you? Well, just a little piece of joy, huh? Well, okay. Nobody cares what you have to say. All right, she says, absolutely. And we respect real. I am suffering for going off track big time. Had cookies and cupcakes, even decided to have oats. Oh boy, my gut is not happy with me. Inflammation overload. Oh my goodness gracious. I understand. Sometimes you just want to eat the things you want to eat. I understand. I struggle with this. I struggle with it, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. Ivy says, oh no, I'm wasting away. I lost another 10 pounds so far this weekend doing a fast. Woo! How long are you fasting for, my dear? Please let us know in the chat how you're fasting, what you're taking in. Are you doing water? Are you doing water electrolytes? What's going on? You having coffee? What are you doing? Let us know. Put the details in the chat so we know what's going on. Pete bought a pork shoulder, only 89 cents a pound. 3 New York strips and 4 ribeyes for $7.99 a pound on sale. Freezer is packed full now. Can't fit any more meat in it now. Our freezers are full of crap. It's like frozen pizzas and all kinds of stupid stuff in our freezers. I wish we could empty our freezers out of all the trash and just go buy a bunch of meat and fill it up with hamburger and steaks. Hamburger would be my... But hamburger, I don't... Hamburger is my go-to, right? That's what I want. That's what I want. Just hamburger. Just let me eat it. Steaks are good, but, you know. Target prime rib. Mr. Thomas is in the house. Hello. So very glad to see you, my friend. How are you? So this Tom person, I'm not sure if they've been here before or not. It says, nice work, honestly. So the thing about is like the idea that you know, this is not a political channel. This is not we don't talk politics here. We don't talk religion here. We talk community, and we talk about us. What's going on with me? What's going on with you? There's too much of all of this going on outside there that's keeping things going crazy. We need a little respite. Here, we don't talk about those things, but thank you for acknowledging and thank you for appreciating me being honest. But again, this is not the place for this conversation because we're trying to do other things here. There's plenty of other venues and avenues that we can discuss and have those things discussed outside of this community. Because again, here, this community is so important that any distractions, anything that divides us, keeps us from bringing more people in and helping them find health. So we can't lose focus. We have to be laser focused here to, when we're talking about honesty, clarity, we're talking about what we're doing to change our lives. Because again, I'm not here to give you any kind of advice. I'm here to tell you what I'm doing, how I'm doing things, what's worked for me. And we could talk about what's working for you, and others can take that information and do with it what they will. But we're here not to give any kind of advice. Again, I am not any kind of doctor, nurse, or healthcare professional. I may be a certified health coach, but I'm still not here to give any advice. We're here to be transparent. We're here to be sharing and supportive. Just to be able to help as many people as we can. One of the things that I noticed from hanging out with some friends the other night is what people think about nutrition. Now, it's very nutrition has become, outside of this community, nutrition has become almost in line with politics and religion. It's very difficult to have a calm, rational discussion with people. And I'm not saying that that we had any issues with my friends, but, we talk about a lot of things. The issues, the struggles. But it's very difficult to have those conversations because there is so much differing information out there and what people think they know. And I'm not here to pretend that I have all of the answers, because I don't. Because something that I may think is accurate right now, in 5 years, I may learn that I was way off base. We've seen this time and time again in this community in of itself. In 2016, one of the biggest terms you would hear when it came to the ketogenic lifestyle in 2016 was high fat, low carb, moderate protein. Now, the definition of what moderate protein has shifted. The idea that moderate protein is like 80 grams of protein per a person has shifted. Now it's more like 100 plus, 100 being kind of the floor, the bare minimum, regardless of what your body weight is. Because there was an idea that if you had too much protein, that the overarching result would be high glucose because of gluconeogenesis. Now, are there outliers? Are there certain people out there who have too much protein in their diet and it does impact their glucose? Sure, because not everybody is metabolically in the same place. Some people are going to have issues. Some people aren't. There are ways you can see two different people eat the same food and have different results. We see that. We see that with people who can eat Chalk Zero and it impacts their blood sugar like crazy. And some people, it doesn't move it at all. So what we think we know now may shift and may change as we learn more information. We have to be very fluid in our understanding and what we believe to be correct. We have to understand that there probably isn't just one way to do things. Carnivore, I would say, carnivore is not going to work for everyone. Keto isn't going to work for everyone. Some people, keto isn't enough. Some people, keto's too much. They need to cut back and be more low carb. But again, it's N equals 1. It's our own journey. We have to figure it out, and we're here to support you along the way. Let's see. Jabberjin says, great. She's doing great. Now that she has coffee, yes, coffee makes everything better. Even bad coffee makes things better. Has anybody seen Rick? His Charger Mopar? Is he okay? Has anybody did a wellness check on Mr. Rick? I haven't seen him in a while. Andy said, not McDonald's coffee. Gave my tummy bad juju last night. Sugar-free caramel apparently does not agree with me. I've never had flavored coffee from McDonald's, I don't think. Maybe years ago before I was keto, but I don't know. I haven't ever. Anytime I go through McDonald's, I'm getting either like a hot coffee, or I'm getting a large iced coffee with just cream. Andy says that the mushroom coffee didn't hurt her tummy, so that's her go-to. All right. Evelyn had a thing here, but it doesn't say anything about it. It just says Evelyn, but it doesn't say what it was. Who knows what Evelyn said? It's a mystery. We've got to solve the mystery. Mr. Pete says, I woke up with my belly growling, so I ate some smoked salmon. Novalox. Novalox sounds like some kind of like medicine. It sounds like one of the diabetes, like one of the insulins. Like Novalox. And then I had a big cup of fatty coffee deluxe as usual. Well, cheers, my friend. And Angie says, it's like they say, one salad won't make you skinny and one cookie won't make you fat. No, I mean, it's a very slippery slope with the cookies, because one cookie leads to two cookies, leads to the box, leads to, just who knows what's going on. But, I have to be very careful about those types of things. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm very understanding, and and so I filmed some footage the other day being at the grocery store of the checkout line, the candy bars. Now, I see candy bars every single time I go to the grocery store, and they don't typically bother me. Now, one thing that did interest me about a year ago when they first released them is when they did the Oreo collaboration with Reese Cups. Reese Cups, and you can still find them now. They must be a mainstay. They must have been popular enough to be a new staple, because I see them all the time at the grocery store. First time I saw them, I was very intrigued, and I had to try them. Now I could care less. It's just something about it being new. I had to try it. But now that I see them almost every time I go to the grocery store, it doesn't impact me. The Snickers don't bother me. Nothing truly bothers me. The chips and all that stuff, like I can look at those things all day long and they don't bother me. I think about popcorn. How boring is that? I think about popcorn, like white cheddar popcorn. I think about those types of things. But I made a video of just a quick little scan of it, and it's gonna, like the things that don't bother me anymore. The things that I used to pick up 2 candy bars just for the ride home on a consistent basis. I have done that since. Yes, I have. Full transparency. I have done that, especially like when I first found the Oreo collaboration with the Reese Cups, and also when I saw that they had the PB&J peanut butter cups. They had like a strawberry and a grape, so I had to get those. But even still, like that's kind of like, I don't need to do it, but sometimes I'm weak. Thomas is outside drinking some coffee, sitting on the bench, watching me speak. Well, I appreciate that, my friend. I really do. I hope you are enjoying your day. Enjoying the coffee, enjoying the outside, enjoying just the experience. And I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you. Now, we have a bag of the Rise mushroom coffee, and I've bought a little container of the mushroom coffee before. I usually put like 1 scoop of the mushroom coffee in with the other coffee that I'm making. So I never just drink that. So I never really got how earthy some people say it is. I had to mask it with other real coffee. But yeah, I don't know if I actually got any benefits from it at all, you know? Pete says, Thomas, how are you feeling today? How is the new BS routine and strategy going so far? Okay, I don't know how that's going to... We'll figure out what he says in a little bit. Amy Mason says, I will go to Alabama. Do you want me to find a spot at Gulf Shores? Somewhere between... I don't know where we're staying yet, but I mean, it's all really, really close there. Like, I don't find somewhere between like Orange Beach and like the Florida-Bama line. I know we probably won't go into Pensacola, but hopefully people from Pensacola, if they live there, they will want to come and hang out. But somewhere between Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Florida-Bama line, somewhere in that area, somewhere. We'll figure it out. Let me know. Let me know what you come up with. It'll be like the middle of October. It really is, Donna. It really is. Like, it's always calming sitting outside early in the morning, just relaxing, watching the sun come up. It's such a nice thing just to kind of see the sun start to peek up over the horizon and just relaxing. You start hearing the birds. You know, I like it. Terry says, first time to your live. I enjoy live shows. Nice to meet you, Dustin, and hello, everyone. Well, hello, Terry. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy what's going on here. Let us know what brought you here besides just liking live YouTube. And Thomas says, yeah, it's cool to be outside before the stores open. I like that. It's really nice. Oh, so Josephine said it's 10 p.m. there. Okay, so it's not so late. Okay. It's not so bad, right? Josephine's in Australia, but I don't know where she lives in Australia. And Angie says, cookie. Yes, it will. I don't eat those. My problem is dry red wine. Really, really good bread, cheese, and olives, and pizza. Pizza is just one of those things. I know I've had people on here. Pizza's gross. It is delicious. Even bad pizza is good pizza. Pizza and coffee. It doesn't matter how good or bad it is. It's still delicious. I don't care. I just can't. It's just for me. Like, I can't lie about food. If something tastes good, I'm not going to lie about it. Now, I understand that it's not for me and I don't need it and I'm able to feel better without it, but I'm not going to lie to myself and say that it's not good. That's not how my brain works. My brain doesn't work that way. Ooh, my ear is itchy. No. Yes. Yes, Biscuit, where is Biscuit? Biscuit, where are you, Biscuit? A. Mason says, Biscuit, where is Biscuit, my friend? Oh, let's see. Pete says, at work, they brought in Moe's burritos, picked out the steak, chicken, and bacon, added some salsa, and threw the rest out. Sounds good. I've had Moe's before. I think we had Moe's. I think we used to have Moe's in Indiana. I don't know if we do now. I think maybe we even had Moe's in like Colorado, maybe. I can't remember. I know we've had it somewhere. I think we had it like up near Lafayette, Indiana. I think we had it up there once. Thomas says, today is my feast day. So I started with my carnivore bacon muffins with butter. They were so good, but I think it would have been better from the oven. Well, they're always better fresh from the oven. They're always better fresh from the oven, Thomas. That's just what it is. Sounds delicious. Aaron, the carnivore-ish guy, says, good morning, Dustin. Can't stay. Taking the kids to Canada's Wonderland. That's Canada's biggest amusement park, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that Kevin worked there for a season, if I'm not mistaken, Kevin. Was that true? Am I making that up? Are you still here, Kevin? I think you said that in your live the other day. I think you said that you'd worked there for a season and a half at Wonderland. I think that's what you said, but I'm not sure. I listened to a lot of things, and I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure that that's what I remember. Pete says, I'm working today until 8. Can't wait for 8 to come home and have some grilled steelhead trout. It's like salmon, but tastes even better. Looks the same. Yeah, we get steelhead from Costco from time to time. Yeah, we do that. And Aaron says, I need to stay as close to Carnivore as I can at the amusement park today. Well, good luck, my friend, and have a fantastic time. Ride some rides, enjoy time with the family. It'll be fun. We'll love it. Oh, Brian says, I didn't hear a single firework last night. I bed by 8:30. Fireworks started here at like noon. So yeah, I don't know. We don't have that. We didn't have that luxury. Enrique, ¿estás aquí? Yes. I know this hurts. Where's John? Yeah, eat a lot of food before you go and then drink water fast until you get home. Yeah. I can't, it's hard to go to bed that early. Like, even as an adult, like, no matter how tired I am, going to bed at 8:30 is just, like, there's too much to do. There's too much going on. Like, it's hard for us to go to bed that early. It really just is. Like, I wish sometimes we can go to bed. Like, I'm tired sometimes at 7 o'clock, and I'm ready for bed, but, like, we've got stuff to do. Like, it's just, like, never-ending stuff to do. Like, it's just never-ending. But that's okay. Yeah, Mr. Biscuit says that they were in the hardcore scene in the 80s and the 90s. They either knew them or knew of them. New York hardcore for life, but it was a global community in the making even then. Much love and support that mirrors Carnivore. Yeah, I love it. So Sean says, I saw somewhere that Seth Rogen was saying that Arnold had the better movies over Sly Stallone at first. I thought he was crazy, but I began thinking about it. He's right. Terminator, T2, Conan, Predator. Arnold Schwarzenegger did have movies. I've always liked Arnold's movies better than Stallone. Because if you watch First Blood, Rambo First Blood, and if you're familiar with what that movie was and what it became, they almost scrapped it because it was such a terrible movie from what they talk about. So what they did with the movie is they went in and cut out basically all of Sly Stallone's dialogue. And what was left is the movie that we got. A far superior movie. But Arnold just has, to me, in my opinion, more entertaining movies. At least that's, I was a big Arnold fan as a kid. So Terminator, Terminator 2, Conan, Predator, Twins, Red Sonja, Kindergarten Cop. Even the new Netflix show that he has is actually kind of entertaining too. You know? Andy says, maybe I should make some today, talking about my waffles. Thanks for the reminder, Dustin. I'm going to try to see if I can do something, see if I can come up with something. And A. Mason says, Evelyn, how wonderful. Do you have a channel? If so, put it here. Doesn't it? Well, yeah, I mean, she can put her, she doesn't, I don't think she has she has a channel, but not what you think is a channel. But she, she's here. And, yeah, if she wanted, she can share whatever she wants on this channel, really. Anybody can share. Just let Evelyn or anyone of the moderators know, and we'll put your stuff up here. I'm not stingy. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you all grow. Be better versions of yourself, whether that's YouTube or however. If you want to be here with me on a Saturday, reach out to me on email or Instagram, Twitter messages, however you choose. Reach out to me. Let me know, hey, I want to be on a Saturday live with you, and we'll work out the details. I'm not even really above doing like 2 in a day. I mean, we probably won't get that many watchers, but we can do 2 in a day. I don't care. I'll be tired, but we can make it work. Or another day if absolutely necessary. It just takes a little more planning, a little more, logistical challenges, making sure that I have my room free so we don't have people making noise in here. But, I want to share your stories. I want to share your journeys. I want people to know what's going on with you. I do have Sean booked for, I can't remember, sometime in July, maybe it's August, I can't remember. But yeah, come on. A. Mason said, congrats, Dustin. Let's go to 100K. That's going to be a tough one. 100K is going to be really kind of hard to do. Booby goats. Aaron says, all right, I'm done editing. Here to stay. All right. And Andy says, I use 3 eggs, 2 tablespoons of chosen mayo, 1/2 teaspoon or tablespoon of gelatin. Still do 7 minutes, and they are solid on the inside. They're good and easy to make. I love it. Thank you, Jen, for the gold coin. I appreciate that very much. Andy is making butterbeer today. Saw the recipe and heard Chris and Miriam talking about it Tuesday night. Craving it since it's so yummy. I love it. And Maritza is here. Hello, Maritza. Maritza is here all the way from lovely Las Vegas, Nevada. Friendship bracelets from Evelyn for the win. I have a bunch in my drawer. And Ivy says, those colors are only brought in for cleaning it in my home. You know what? I love them, and I know I shouldn't, but I do. I just love soda. I used to hate diet soda, and I didn't drink a lot of soda for years, but now I'm just, it's kind of one of those things. Like, I didn't drink a lot of coffee until I quit smoking. When I quit smoking, I started drinking coffee every day. So, I mean, here we are. Evelyn says, thank you to Jabber Jen. I don't know what a coin is. I think a coin is a coin is 10 joules. 10 joules for a coin. And I posted a thing on my community tab, kind of like if somebody were to go into their stuff and they wanted to buy coins and joules and all that stuff, it shows you how much it costs. I think it's like 700 joules for $10 or something like that. But I think it might be different depending on where you live and your where you are and all that stuff. Yeah. Maritza says, I'm going to catch the replay too early for me. I understand. I understand so much. And Josephine says, me too. I've cut back on a lot this week. Gone... let's see, the sicky tummy and the headaches, but today has been good. Fingers crossed by the end of the week coming, I'll be rid of most of it. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Angela Mullins is here. Good morning, my dear. How are you, Angela? So very glad to see you. And Pete says, when you cut out all the sweet things, diet soda, artificial sweeteners, your cravings will go away fairly quick. Yeah, they do. But I don't know. I've been doing this long enough to where, like, still sometimes I'm like, you know what? I just want soda. I just want it. Mr. Biscuit says, congratulations on the kid's first house. My kids are very bright and crushing it in school, but I honestly don't know if ownership will ever be possible for them in today's economy. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that they're doing what they're doing. But really, when they were looking at what they had to put down and like what their mortgage was going to be versus what the rent they were paying. So like his fiance actually works for the apartment complex where they live. It's like a part-time job just so you get a discount on rent. And even with a discount on rent, their mortgage for this house is going to be much cheaper. And realistically, as time goes on, their mortgage doesn't really go up like rent will. I mean, there's always going to be fluctuations like our house, like our mortgage doesn't really go up. You know what I mean? It doesn't significantly go up like a rent can. Like when we were renting, I think my rent would go up $10 every year. But that was in like the early 2000s, like 2001. It was like 2000, 2001, 2002. You know, it'd go up like $10 every year. But I'm sure now it's like probably $100 every year. Just 20 years later, 30 years later, whatever. 20 years later, whatever. Time and things. I don't understand things. And he says, Susan is taking another nap. I love Susan for that. I love naps. Naps are Susan and I have the same hobby. Naps are the best hobby. So I guess I'll get up and get my day going. I love it. Well, make sure Susan knows that I love her very much. And Karen Harrington is here. Good morning, beautiful people. So very glad to see you. Angela says, my pup was so funny last night. He wouldn't run towards the fireworks, but then act like a little scared of the noise. Yeah, some animals are terrified. Like our dogs weren't really all that upset. They would bark when people came into our yard, but the fireworks didn't really bother them all that much. And some dogs are terrified. Some dogs are terrified of storms. Really, in a perfect world, it's like one night of fireworks. But in our neighborhood, depending on the economy and all that stuff, it's like it can be a lot more, right? It could be a lot more because the kids are out doing them every night. It's summertime. There's not in school. They're staying up late, but it's not terrible. And we also live across the street from an HRA track. So every once in a while, there's big fireworks shows over there. You hear them, and it sounds like someone's going to battle with small arms fire. I had to sometimes stop and think, what is that? Are we being invaded? And I'm like, it's just the track. And thank you so much, Evelyn. Thank you. And Pete says, my 15-year-old dog used to be terrified of fireworks, thunder. Now she's half deaf and it doesn't bother her. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And Mia is here. Mia's Girls is here. Good morning, Sunday. Dustin, everyone have a blessed week. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you so much. Oh, my goodness. Everyone's talking about their pupper dogs. And Rick is here. Hello, Rick. So glad to see you, my friend. How are you?
Let's get dangerous.
There we go. Welcome, my friend. So very glad that you're here. We're just asking about you. Coffee still gross. I still hate coffee. You can hate coffee all you want. Coffee is life. And I think about down where you are in Miami, you got those Cuban shops where you can get that Cuban espresso, and I bet that stuff is so good. Oh my goodness. Rick, you're such a smooth talker. One cookie leads to Rick vomiting. Okay. Rick, you're the best. Oh, Evelyn says my blank message was me putting someone in timeout. Okay, I understand. And Sean says cookies are a gateway drug. Starts there, then bam, 7-layer German chocolate cake. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess yes and no. I guess it really just depends, though, for me. I mean, I guess it just depends on where I'm at and how I'm feeling. Yeah, popcorn is one of the things, like, it's just like, it's the crunchy, salty, and it's not too filling, it's not too overwhelming, and I still have popcorn every once in a while, you know? Yes. Brian Dish is in the house. I think we said hello to Brian earlier. Sean says, we went to the movies yesterday before we used to buy the big bucket of popcorn. Bring your own empty bucket, dump the popcorn in the other bucket, get the free refill, then we both have a bucket. Love it. Yeah, you can do that. Like, I think our refills are 50 cents at our place. 50 cents. I still like to just get a big soda, sit there and enjoy a movie. I think we'll probably go see the Spider-Man when it comes out. I think we'll go see Minions and Monsters this coming week. I think we'll see Minions and Monsters with the girl. I think that'll be a fun movie to go see. Aaron says, okay, I'm really back, ready to sit on my butt and sip coffee. I love it. And Papa Carnivore says, movie theater popcorn is cooked in toxic veg oils. Most of the time, though, I think most here, they're cooked in either coconut oil or palm kernel oil. So it's not as bad as it could be. I think they're usually palm kernel or coconut oil these days. So they're usually not like canola oil here, at least here. Evelyn used to miss popcorn. But I can have the butter and salt, and I can also make a snack mix to take to the movie. Yeah, I know, it's just something, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to live forever, no matter what I do. I want to feel the best, the most I can, but I'm also understanding that I'm not going to live forever, no matter how strict I am. Mr. Biscuit says, being half Italian, growing up in NYC, pizza is in my DNA, for better or for worse. Oh, I understand, and I still love watching. I love watching the pizza reviews, the Dave pizza reviews. I watch all of them, and I like. There's so much pizza in New York. Like, you could live in New York for 10 years and not be able to eat all the pizza places. Oh, and Angie's asking Evelyn, what's your snack recipe, your snack mix recipe? And A. Mason said, Dustin, we were both up the other night at 3 a.m. chatting on your post. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like awake at any given time. I'll nap during the day. I'll be up at 2 a.m. I'll be asleep at noon. I mean, you never quite know when I'm going to be awake. Because Shane and I, during the week, we don't have to hold banker's hours. We really don't. There's a couple things we have to do, like during the week when the girl when the girl is in school, we've got to make sure we get her to school on time and pick her up on time. Outside of that, we do what we need to do. Like, we can stay up late working on things, and we can sleep. Again, I can drop her off at school and come home and go back to bed. I mean, we live the hours in which we want right now. We're not beholden to, 6 to 8 or whatever. We kind of sleep when we need to sleep, and we're awake when we need to be awake. It just depends. It just depends. Evelyn says, I mix toffee-coated pork rinds, bacon bits, and nuts. If you're more carnivore, purse bacon is good. Yes, indeed. Angie says, I love the Rocky movies. Yeah, I mean, Sylvester Stallone made great movies. But for me, I wanted the action. Like, the Rambo movies were okay. But like Commando was one of my favorite. Commando, Predator, Raw Deal. Let's see, what else did he have around that time? Commando, Predator, Raw Deal. What's the one with what's the one where he was in Russia? Oh, I can't think of it. But yeah, so many just fantastic movies that I grew up watching a lot when I was a kid. Terminator 2, Junior's kind of when Arnold jumped the shark. I really didn't watch a lot of his movies after that point. I didn't really watch it. After Kindergarten Cop, I kind of was like, meh. Karen from Low Carb Spin is in the house. Hello. She says hi you, Dustin. Hi to all the people in the chat too. Welcome. So very glad that you are here with us today, my dear. Thank you. And Purse Bacon, says Angie. Love it, LOL. Your mix sounds delicious. Thanks, Evelyn. Yes. And Papa says, Evelyn, isn't the toffee coating? No, she makes her own. She does it. She's keto hardcore. She doesn't use seed oils and sugar. How dare you? How dare you insinuate my precious evil Lynn would use those things? But no, she doesn't. She doesn't use those. And Karen's asking, what kind of beef gelatin do you use for your chaffles? Let me look it up. I can't remember the name of it. I use Divided Sunset beef gelatin powder. It is $5 or $6. I think it's $5 in store. It says it's $6 here, but I don't think that's the right thing here. That's a subscription one-time purchase. If I buy it in store, then I think it's a little bit better. But it's Divided Sunset beef gelatin. I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like this. It takes me just a second to get it up on the screen, though, for some silly old reason. There we go. It looks like this. That's what it looks like. Divided Sunset beef gelatin powder. I buy it at Walmart in the baking aisle where the Jell-O is. It's actually cheaper than Knox. If you look at the per ounce price, it's cheaper than Knox, which is a bovine gelatin and not beef. Bovine is beef. It's pork, whatever pork is. I can't think right now. What are you going to do? I can't remember everything all the time. It's what happens. July 18th. That's right. July 18th. Be here or be square with me and Sean. Evelyn says, my Italian is satisfied with sausage crust pizza. 1 pound packs of sausage pressed into a pan with sides. Bake, add toppings, sauce, cheese, bake until melted. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Oh my goodness, it's Cindy. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all had a great 4th. Well, I'm glad to see you, Cindy. How are you and the guinea pig? You go live sometime today, don't you? First live in a while, I think, you know. Is that what's happening today? You and the guinea pig going live today? You going live today? Live today. Live today. If you want to put that link in there so everybody knows what's going on, so you're going live today. Yes. And Rick says, reach for a steak instead of a sweet. You need that on a t-shirt. See, Evelyn says, Peter, I'm keto and make it myself. Pork rinds replace the cereal. The recipe had originally, I used Swerve brown sweetener and butter. Yeah, see. I bet you might want to make some, Mr. Carnivore, Mr. Pete. Risa. Good morning, everyone, says Risa. Hello, Risa. How are you doing? So very glad to see you. And I got to give a shout out to someone that probably is watching. Robin, are you listening? Are you out there? Robin, are you listening? I hope you're listening. You and Callie and everybody, maybe you guys come to August 8th, the meetup at BW3's. Let me know. Reach out to me. Let me know if you can make it. I would appreciate it. I know it's a long drive to have some Buffalo Wild Wings, but, you know, it might be fun. A. Mason says, I use too much heavy cream in my coffee. I don't understand. I don't know how too much. Probably. I probably do too. It's okay. I probably use too much as well. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way love goes. Angela says, it looks like it's going to rain every day except Friday. At least it should cool things off like it did yesterday. I don't know. We'll have to see. This means my grass is going to get over long. Let's see. Mr. Biscuit says, that's awesome. Dustin here. Rentals here in New York, NYC have traditionally been about half the mortgage going back as long as I've been tracking it. That's, well, I think that's just kind of like the nature of New York, though, right? I don't know. New York also now charges you to kind of enter and leave the city. And Brian says, mortgages go up due to local taxes rising, but you're gaining capital. Renting is throwing money away. Yeah, I think for certain people, renting works. Then for certain people, mortgages work. Not everybody's built for a mortgage. Not everybody wants to worry about all of that stuff. Like buying into a condo, they have an HOA, but even with the HOA, it's still cheaper per month than renting. And they don't have to mow their own grass. So like the HOA mows the grass for them. So that's a win. Because I could barely ever get him to mow the grass here at the house. So that's a win. Mr. Chris Cook in Nashville is in the house. Hello. Good morning, friends. He says, up around 4 a.m. to finish off a brisket. Wrapped and resting in a cooler now. Happy Sunday to all. Chris is a better man than me. He really is. And we love Chris. I love you, my brother. I hope you're having a good 4th, a good day today. I hope that brisket turns out the best you've ever had. Yes. I agree, Evelyn. Heavy cream should be measured with the heart. I agree. Tastes like a warm coffee milkshake. You are not wrong, my friend. You are not wrong, Pete. Andy says, drinking my coffee at the kitchen table, listening to you and making plans to not do anything productive today. There's always tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow. It's true. I mean, as productive as I'm going to be, I'm probably going to eat something today, maybe have some beverages, watch some TV. I got to do laundry. I always have laundry to do. Never ending laundry. Never ending. Like, I don't understand how there's so much laundry. I don't understand where it comes from. Just never ending. Like, there's like 6 baskets of clean laundry right here. Like on the other side of my little office here, just like so much. And there's like a whole, I didn't have an empty basket. So there's like a whole bunch of dirty laundry on the bathroom floor that I had to put into a basket and wash in a little bit. Like, where does it all come from? I wear like the same clothes for like a week because I'm trying not to add. I mean, obviously I'm wearing clean clothes. I leave the house, but I'm in pajamas and a t-shirt all the time. I'm trying to cut down my carbon footprint. I don't want to have extra laundry. It's crazy. Oh. Biscuit says, I love coffee way more than food, and it's not even... I understand that. I understand that very much. I understand it a lot. I could go without food, but I don't like going without coffee. And Chris said, Ash and Mel say hello as well. We're all on the couch with Pirates of the Caribbean on the TV, enjoying the brisket smell in the house and drinking coffee. Bump, 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 bump. That first Pirates movie is so good. That first one's so good. It's such a great movie. It's one of my favorite rides at the Disney World. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, my goodness. I'm very sorry to hear about that, Andy. Talking about Luna having issues with not being able to go potty and all the bathroom stuff. I'm so sorry, dear. I'm so very sorry about that. Josephine says, I think last popcorn movies was $10.50, no refills. Ours are expensive too. I think about $10 for a big popcorn. I think we'll get a big popcorn and 2 drinks, and it's like $20. But then like the overhead for them on the popcorn is so low that popcorn is just so cheap that they can give you a refill, like free refills on soda, free refills on popcorn. But movie theaters don't like movie theaters and gas stations. Gas stations don't make much money on gas. They make money on the stuff you buy in the gas station. The sodas, the energy drinks, the coffee, and all the stuff inside the gas station. That's where gas stations make their money. I mean, they basically break even with gas. Maybe a little bit of profit with gas, but not much. And the same thing with movie theaters. They don't make any money from the movies. I mean, they basically break even with the movies. And then there's the popcorn, the soda, the candy is where they make the money. That's why like $1 box of candy is $6. Yeah. Rick says, I made popcorn for friends and lard and butter. I love that. Sounds amazing. So delicious. And Andy says, skip Supergirl. The only redeeming value of that movie was the last 15 minutes. Yeah, I've seen all the reviews. I've seen all the people talking how bad it is. And I wanted it to be good because DC's had such a difficult time releasing anything of any value. Like, the first Wonder Woman was okay. The last Superman was okay. I mean, but like, when like DC released a movie and it's like okay, it's like a blockbuster because it's not as terrible as some of the movies they've released. Like, DC, for whatever reason, can't seem to make a decent movie to save their lives. I don't know why they can't seem to make a decent movie, but they just can't. And Marvel was doing like good. Like, the first 20 Marvel movies were great. And I think there was such a fatigue. There was a fatigue with the Marvel movies because not only were you then watching the movies, like 3 movies a year or so, but then you were watching like the TV shows and like the spinoffs and all. Like, it was so much to keep up with. I just couldn't and gave up caring. It was too much. It was too much. It was like superhero fatigue. Same thing with zombies. Like, there was so much there was like 8 zombie movies. There's still zombie TV shows. Like, The Walking Dead still has more spinoffs. Like, what is going on? Angela's making her coffee now. All right. And Sean says, I went to see Young Washington. Thought it was really good. We are probably going to see Story Toy 5. I can't even talk. Toy Story 5 next week. Minions the week after. Spider-Man the week after. Then nothing till Christmas. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's crazy. Toy Story, like, I will watch Toy Story when it comes to Disney Plus. That's not been our favorite franchise. Like, the granddaughter, when she was young, loved the cowboy movie. So we watched the first Toy Story a lot. She liked the cowboy movie. And then, they just weren't our favorites. And then she got a Moana, and I was like, okay. And then Encanto, and then Coco, and all those. We were into those. And Rick says he has a hard time sleeping when the sun is up. Yeah, we're looking at probably installing more betterer things for us, more blackout curtains on this side of the house, because this is where like the daytime hits this side of the house. So we're gonna throw blackout curtains. It'd be nice to just take a nap in here, and it makes things a little bit better in here, right? Cindy says, who missed being late? I missed the big news. Who's moving out? Nobody's moving out. The person who already didn't live here got a house. So our middle child, our oldest boy, he and his fiance they've moved into their new house. They've closed on it. They closed on it Monday. We went out to dinner with them on Wednesday. We went to a hot pot. That stuff is awesome. Hot pot's awesome, right? They just bring you trays of rolled up meat, and you just cook it for a few minutes and eat it. It's delicious. It's lovely. We went there and had that. It was fun. Lance is here. Good morning, Lance. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, nobody's moving out, unfortunately, yet. And it's really kind of silly for the people who live here to move out, because the market's not ready for them to move out. They're going to go get a house with a mortgage with an interest rate that's stupid high for a house that's overpriced. It's just not, I mean, will the market recover? I don't know. But right now is not the best time for them to go try to find a house that's too small and overpriced with an interest rate that it doesn't work. Just live here. Now, they would just keep clean. It would be so much easier for me. Now, is it convenient? No, because I try to do my videos in here and have lives in here, and there's no sound damp. I only have sound dampening, but not soundproof. So you don't have any echo in here. It's a nice dead sound in here, but that's it. If they come in making noise, you're going to hear it. Just like I wanted to record videos last night, but couldn't because of all the fireworks. Ugh. Yes, red heat. That's the one. Red heat. Yes. You're his favorite. Kay is here. Overslept. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Kay. How are you? And Risa says, finally made Keto Chow red and black licorice shakes and love them both. Black more than red. Got 2 packs of each left. All right. I'm glad you liked them. Yeah, Jim Belushi was great in that movie. That movie was great all the way around. Yes, be sure to order more. Click on my link. Click on my link and order more from me before they run out and save 10%. Yeah, I had some already. I received a couple of packets before they sent out the affiliate ones. I had received them in person from Chris and Miriam. They swore us to secrecy, and so I have those. And I just opened the other ones the other day. Karen says, "Perfect, thank you. Yes, the beef gelatin for you to see." And Terry is here. Good morning, Terry. How are you, my dear? So very glad to see you. There we go. Evelyn is sharing Cindy's live today. Be sure to be there to support her and the guinea pig, more so the guinea pig. But we love them both. We do, we do, we do. Angie says, I love when you sing, Dustin. That's my favorite song. Lovely day, lovely day. Yes. Josephine says, OMG, nice early, forgot Monday, need to set an alarm for 5:40. I might go to bed soon. Okay. Cindy says, which BW3s on August 8th? It'll be the Avon location, as they have a back room for everyone like to meet up. There's like a back room that can close the doors and it's not so loud. I need to call them and confirm how many people they can hold and all that stuff. I'm sure we'll get close enough if you want to come out and meet up. And I'll put it up on Low Carb Events tomorrow. I'll send email to Chris tomorrow once I've had a chance to talk to BW3s. And then I will post it on my, I'll post it and we'll talk about it on Tuesday again. And I'm going to post it on Dr. Barry's group because I know there's a couple of people in there that live nearby that were maybe be interested in coming. Just trying to see how can we expand the community. And it says, too much heavy cream. I cut it out last week and replaced it with coconut oil and cinnamon in my coffee. We'll have to see what that does. Also, up my eggs to 4 to 5 a day, plus eating egg pudding. That's awesome. I love it. Evelyn says, Russ, we should meet. I'll bring you my toffee-coated yummies, and you can make me some potato pancakes. All right. Sparkles. I love it. Let me see. And Mr. Biscuit says, I used to work in real estate in New York City. I'd access the databases going back to the 17th century. It's the only market in the world where prices never dipped, even during the Great Depression. That's so messed up. That's crazy. Because, I mean, it's just a hard place to live. Evan says, Risa, we should meet. Risa, not Russ. Okay, that makes more sense. And Aaron says, I'm so happy I have one more basket of dirty laundry to do for today. I just have a mound of clothes to fold. Yeah, that's the thing. Shanda does the folding of laundry. I wash it all. Never ending. Never ending, never ending. And Carl's here. Our good friend Carl is here. He says, our annual tradition of ribs on the 4th turned out delish. I love it. Fantastic. Andy says, Wild Cowboy. Oh, yeah, you're talking to somebody that I deleted. Okay, all right. All right. Risa says, Dustin, laundry piles up. My son leaves his on the floor. I pick it up. I have to go in the laundry room. I don't know how much probably gets rewashed because I don't know what's dirty and what's clean. They just pull it out of the laundry and leave it there. They don't take it to their rooms. Like our boys will wash laundry. Then they come looking in our laundry for their stuff. Now, you were grown. Just figure it out. Drives me crazy. Angie says, yeah, laundry and dishes are constant. So annoying. It's 2026. Where's Rosie, the robot? I mean, we may see him sooner than we think. And Becca says, yes, it was my first 4th of July. It was lovely. We braided, braid, which is our way of saying barbecue. Lots of fireworks, poor animals, but it was lovely. Yeah. Lance says, sitting here listening, waiting for my work call, then I will be making bacon and ground beef to break a 36-hour fast down to my lowest weight since the first week of February. It was a beautiful day. Yes, I love it. I love it. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. And Rick says, the only thing I've ever bought at a gas station was fuel. You never bought oil at a gas station? I remember it used to be you'd buy oil and they would put it in when I was a kid, like the full service. They'd fill you up with oil and check your dipstick and all the stuff and windshield washer fluid and check the tire air and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, most of the time now I'm going into gas stations and I'm just going to the potty. I'm buying gas. Road trips is usually when I pick up a soda or something like that, buy something to drink. Well, Daniel is here. Lions, Carnivore podcast. Good morning, Dustin. Everyone, good morning. Hello, my friend. How are you doing, sir? And Reese is asking, Evelyn, have you tried our Keto Chow waffles with cauliflower in them? I made hash browns with them. Really good. I have that too. I have a video where I take the potato keto chow and mix in the potato keto chow with the cauliflower and make cauliflower waffles. Put them in a waffle iron. Delicioso. And Lance is saying, thanks to Lions Den of our podcast. Good morning. Thanks for the great questions on Friday morning. All right. That sounds beautiful. I love that. And Dan says, thank goodness it's going to be cooler today, only 92. I knew that New York would turn into a Sahara desert. That's crazy. I was watching the video that Casey Neistat released where it was like 110, 106 in certain spots in New York, and then like down under the subway, like the subway platforms were hot. Excuse me. The platforms were hot, but then the trains were like 72 degrees. The train air conditionings were working in the trains. So, yeah. If you see me running, try to keep up or, yeah. Yeah. Help me with what's chasing me, right? Yes. Dan says, spoiler alert, they're definitely making Toy Story 6. I mean, they're going to make them until nobody shows up. That's the problem. Angel says, I was the only one in the theater when I went yesterday. Oh, I love it. We go to the movie theater sometimes and we're the only ones in there. And it's amazing. It's like watching our own TV in a big, huge, nice, cool, air-conditioned spot. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nancy Tanner is in the house. She says, good morning, Dustin and everyone. I've been listening, but still not quite awake. I was up later than usual with all the firework noise in the neighborhood. Yeah, we were awake. I don't know what time. We went to bed at like 1 a.m. Brian Airy says, good morning, Dustin and everyone. Good morning, Brian. How are you doing, my friend? Glad to see you. Now, Dan has a question. Dan says, what's more dangerous, a hunger carnivore or a person who skipped their morning coffee? The person who skipped their morning coffee, because typically my understanding is people who are carnivore, keto, fat adapted, keto adapted, people who are doing that lifestyle don't really have to eat. They don't really get that hangry kind of thing going on. I mean, that may not be your exact situation, but it's a typical situation. Cindy says August 8th may work for us as we will be on our way home from Wisconsin around that time. Fantastic. I'm thinking about noonish, noon o'clock, noontime, noon p.m., Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time. I'll call them and find out if that works for them, how long we can have it. Should be okay. And Lance is saying this morning it is 70 degrees. That has been our high this week of rain. Today we're forecasted to hit 95, then Wednesday back to 70. That is insane. Nobody wants that at all. Nobody wants that at all. Ugh. Risa says, I wish somebody else would do the laundry, but I end up doing it all, several loads a week. I do loads. Like, I feel like I could probably do 4 loads a day and probably still not get it all done. Just Jason Keto's in the house. Hello, my friend. How are you? So very glad you're here, my friend. So very glad. And Mr. Chris Cook in Nashville says, I got to go, friends. More work to do on the cookbook pre-order bonus. We're putting together announcements coming soon. Love to all of you. Well, thank you so very much. Don't forget to pre-order Chris's cookbook. I will put the link here in the chat. I have the pre-order link right here. It is very important that we do pre-order his cookbook, so it is available on all locations. We love Chris, and we want to support him in any way that we can. Here we go. There is the link to Chris in the chat. It should be there. Hopefully, shows up. It says pre-order my cookbook, but that is Chris's cookbook. Pre-order Chris's cookbook. It says pre-order my cookbook here. It says Chris's cookbook. Don't worry. I don't have a cookbook yet, but Chris has one coming in October. So make sure you go and pre-order 1, 2, 3, maybe 6 copies. Carl says, give Luna a bit of scrambled eggs. Luna's like a week old. I don't think Luna's not ready for scrambled eggs. Maybe, I think Cairo syrup is something they will do sometimes to help babies. But I know we've been putting in the girl's bottle, the new baby, we put MCT oil in her bottle. That helps a lot. Dishes are there's always too many dishes. Always, always, always too many dishes. I can leave the kitchen with the dishwasher running and no other dishes and come downstairs and there'd be no forks, no spoons. Dishes filling the sink again. Never ending. So crazy. Uncle Charlie's in the house. Good morning. Yesterday for dinner, I had 6 cheeseburgers, no bun, no tomato, no lettuce, no onion, no pickle. I love it. Sounds delicious. Mr. Danivore says, question. If you could only communicate using meat names for a day, how would that go? I haven't the slightest idea. It's too early to think about that kind of stuff, Dan. Come on now. It's too early. And I've been up for a while. It's 9:30. I've been up for a while, and I've been doing this for 2 hours. It's still too early. Sean says, we had a new engine put in our daughter's car last week, cheaper than buying another car. Drove up to Maryland to get it on Friday, made it back safely. My son drove up and followed me back, running good. I love that. I was thinking about that. Like, I was thinking about something. I don't know. Well, I was thinking about something about like replacing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where my mind was on that. Well, I'll touch on that later. I don't know where I was going with that. Yes. Nancy wants Evelyn's toffee mix. Make sure you send that over to her. And Sean said, keyword yet, get moving on the book. That sounds awful. Listening to if you've listened to what Chris did with his cookbook, Chris is a crazy person. Chris is crazy. Like, I'm surprised that Ash doesn't put him to bed in a straitjacket. He did that. He did 130 recipes and like 17,000 pictures in 30 days. He is certifiably crazy. That sounds awful. For me to do a book, I'd have to buy a new camera or pay someone to take the photos for me. I just am not in a situation right now where that's something that I am ready to do. And I'm not good enough at photography to even try to do that yet. I would have to pay someone to do it for me. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't have enough of my own recipes that even make sense. I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. And Jason says, I have started my book. It is definitely a lot of work. Whew, that's going to be a thick chaffle book, my friend. I'm excited for you. I'm excited that you're going to have a cookbook. I'm excited for the journey for you. I know it's a lot of work, but I'm excited that you're going to be able to do it. I'm excited for that. That's awesome. Super excited for you. Yeah. Just looking over my notes. Some more notes to see what else there is to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Yeah, again, just looking for Saturday live guest. If you want to be on my channel on a Saturday, or maybe reach out to me and we can look at another day that isn't Saturday. I am available a lot, but I do like doing Saturday live streams. I have like everything put together for Saturday, but we can do it whenever we really want to. Just reach out to me, ketosimple@hotmail.com, or on Instagram. Reach out to me, share your stories. We can talk about things. We can just talk about whatever you want to talk about, really. We can have a good time to hang out. We can have a time where we just hang out together and talk with the chat, or we can tell, however you want to do it. We can have an agenda. We can not have it, whatever. We can make it fun. We can make it fun because all your stories matter. Because again, your stories are what's going to draw people in to this community. Not just me, it's all of you. Again, we're trying to get new people in, right? We're trying not to argue. We're not trying to waste time on conspiracies. We're not trying to talk to only the choir, right? We're making, we want to make newcomers feel welcome. And that's kind of what I want to do with Saturday, do the interviews and make practical, time for new people to find us. And, but your stories matter so much. And as far as the coaching business is concerned, I'm still putting everything together, trying to build my website. I'm really, really slow with that. Like, you would think that I have never been on the internet before, but I'm working on that. I'm actually also moderating now inside of Dr. Barry's private group. They reached out to me and they wanted me to moderate inside their private group, along with moderating on Dr. Barry's channel. I'll probably be moderating also on Nisha's channel as well. So I'm just been into the private group for about a week, kind of getting my feel of it, kind of getting to know people, kind of chatting in there, commenting on stuff, and just kind of interacting with people. And so, yeah, then I'll be a full moderator sometime next week over there. Just a little bit of fun. Help myself with coaching stuff. I mean, I'm not a coach in their group, but that does open up the possible opportunities for me to be a coach in their group. But, yeah, I just want to try to do what I can to help as many people as I can. I mean, that's really what this channel started as, is me helping as many people as I can, just, again, through transparency, honesty, my real life perspective, my real life, what you hear, what you see, everything is what's happening in my life. And, realistically, I couldn't create the perfect conditions for you guys. I couldn't lie to you if I wanted to. I'm terrible at it. So, like, if I'm trying to cut back on soda and remove it from the house and they buy me some and it's in the house, I'm going to talk about it. If I'm having a bad week and I'm going to talk about it. I mean, that's what I'm here for, right? I can have the best intentions and have the most willpower, and still things can go south, right? But again, I do think about where I am today and what I'm looking to build. And it's not, for myself, not a perfectly controlled life, but I'm looking to build a wonderful one, right? I'm married to my best friend. I get to watch my grandbabies grow. I get to sit here with each and every one of you and get to know all of you. I'm building, again, a coaching business. I'm trying to create better content. I'm looking for more people to bring onto the channel again. Beat a dead horse here, right? So that we can share stories and grow this community. Somewhere inside of all of that, I'm trying to, again, drink less soda, eat foods that make me feel good physically, mentally, and, we're going to have holiday weeks. We're going to have birthday months. We're going to have the things and challenges and holidays. And I don't want to throw away everything that I've built, and I won't. Just on a couple of things, a couple of days setbacks. And I know, especially when you're first starting out, it's easy to feel that way. You did it a week and then you have a bad weekend and you're like, well, I guess, but don't give up. Get back to the simple things that work for you and keep thriving in life. Angie says, we could collaborate on the cookbook thing, Dustin. Apparently, I take some decent food pics and can share recipes. Yeah, well, it's definitely something we can look into. I'd have to get, I don't know how to go about doing all of that stuff. It would just have to be right thing, right time, right circumstances with me having enough time to handle it. And Andy says, Susan and I could probably make the meetup in August. I'll be back from my trip to Idaho. Awesome. I hope so. Sean says, I used to get into trouble with the Freudian slips pronouncing Fuddruckers all the time. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. You know what I mean? Fuddruckers is a weird name of a restaurant. But yeah. And Jason's asking about the short video. Yeah, I'm still getting like 3,000 to 5,000 videos every 2 days. I'm coming up on 4 million channel views. Got like 50,000. Like last time I looked, it was like 49,000 views. I can pull that up here in a second. I can look and see where I'm at there. Look at analytics. And we'll see where we are with the analytics. So in the last 48 hours, I've had 6,591 channel views, 4,675 of which were that Walmart video. Lifetime views on my channel currently, it says 4 million views, but it's 3,958,397 views so far. 11,101 subscribers. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And Ivy, you're right. Make the holiday about being with the family and not the food. And that's what I attempt to do. But the best laid plans of mice and men, am I right? But I think that's where I will leave this live today. All of you wonderful people, I just want to thank you all so very much for being here with me week in and week out. The new ones who stopped by today, we were having about 90 people watching across the different platforms that I have. That's amazing. Thank you all so very much for that. And the giveaway is coming. I am doing that. That should be, I'm hopefully going to get that squared away this week. I have everything ready. I just have to make the video. We'll get it done, I promise. But anyway, thank you all so very much for coming. I love you all so very much. You're amazing. You keep me grounded. You keep me doing what I do. Thank you again. And here come those credits. They are pretty much up to date, I think. But if you're not on there, my apologies. I'll keep continuing to update them as we go along. But anyway, I love your faces, and we'll see you Tuesday, everybody.